Blessed blessings, everybody. I'm glad to finally do this video. I know I promised it and promised it and promised it, and it's awfully late. But here is my altar for spring and Ostara. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour. It's not as fancy or as extravagant as some of my past ones have been, or as some of the ones I've seen have been, but it's mine and I love it, and I thought you guys would be interested in seeing it since you liked the past videos I've done. It also gave me a really good way of finally showing you guys what I got in California, since I haven't done that, and I've been back for almost, 2 months. So it's time to show you. And over here, starting off, is my little tiny collection of tarot decks. I've got the Pagan Cats Mini, I've got my Steampunk Tarot, which I showed you guys before, um, and my newest favorite is the Wild Wood. And the reason I'm starting here is to show you what I have started doing. And I've started with a deck for the month idea, kind of theme, if you will. And my theme for this month's is the lovers. And basically, I take each of the lovers card out of each deck, and I get to know it a little bit better. And it seemed to make sense to me, especially for the fertility aspects of Ostara and for Easter, but also just because it made sense to kind of bring myself closer with my cards, especially with my new deck. So they're all laid out here, and I'm kind of giving them energy as well as getting to know them so I can do better readings. And to go on with that, here I have my 2 eggs. I didn't color eggs this year because nobody in my house likes hard-boiled eggs, and we're trying to not eat as many eggs anyway. So I just have one girl and one boy, if you will, little eggs to represent this time of year. And I have my new cloth that I ignore the frayed edges, but it jumped out to me because it's got yellows and whites and beautiful daisies, and this is the time of year for those. I've got a blue candle over here and a greenish yellow candle over on the left. They are my god and goddess type of things. My closest idea to having representative candles, which I typically don't do. And then, as you've seen before, I have my typical cinnamon and my typical ocean candles, because they're my favorite and they're the ones I've always had. And one of the other things you've seen before are I have out my sun. You can see him smiling. My sun candle holder, along with my giant yellow candle. And also to go on with the theme, I've got a new addition, which is actually a gift from a friend. It's of all things, a cloth napkin, but I just loved the pattern in it, and it has blues, greens, yellows, oranges, browns, and it seemed very spring-like to me. And if you stand back, it kind of looks like the ground. It kind of looks like there is this nice movement of, like, roads, if you will, like kind of over here. It kind of could look like it's greenery, and this could easily be some kind of like river. And I don't know, it just seemed like something I wanted up here. It struck out to me as something that represented for me Ostara. And then up here I have it's kind of an offering to my goddess for the month. It is one of the pages from my coloring escapades, and I mentioned before that I kind of use these for meditation, since I don't do a lot of that, and I kind of use them to charge up my energy, and I'm also now using them as a little artistic option, to show my love. So this is straight out of the coloring book, but I did color it myself, and it's got the knots in it, and I just was in love, so I had to put it up there. And I think you guys might have noticed I moved my lanterns that I had before. They were in our living room, and it was actually my boyfriend's idea. He thought they brightened up the bedroom a lot better, which is where I have my altar. Um, so yeah, they're there now, and they're getting this beautiful weathered look to them. They're still kind of, yeah, they got the teal. Ooh, it's hot. But they're getting kind of this weathered look, and I'm loving that right now. And back down here, to show you what I got. In here, well, here's a really old incense stick that I need to get rid of, which I will put in the glass vase that I know you guys have probably seen before, which I will be putting the flowers in there at some point, but I did take them out because they were dying and I was using them as an offering. But I think I might have mentioned before, I kind of have a money theme occasionally, so I've got some money that I put in this little offering bowl here, and along with some new stones and crystals. I call them crystals, I don't know why, that I got from California. Here's kind of an amethyst, and here's a rose quartz, and I don't remember what this one's called, but it was green. It might be tourmaline? If anybody knows, correct me. But I haven't done a lot of gem research, so I don't remember, but I loved it because it was green. And so, it's pink, kind of the pinky rosy color, the purple and the green. There you go, in as my offering to the goddess and to nature, along with some spare change, which I'll put back in as also an offering, but also kind of a draw in to bring wealth and prosperity to my household. And then, of course, I have my ever existent rosy quartz there, or amethyst, whatever I'm talking about, I don't know. And then these are one of the other things I brought back, and they are heart-shaped shells, and they are all natural. They're real. I don't know if you can really see, maybe get in better light here. But I fell in love with them, and they started out kind of as a hers and his kind of edition, because it's all going with the theme of fertility and love, which we have a lot of in my family and in our home. So I figured, why not add these to my altar as well. And then really the last things here, which over here I should have told you before, this is the card he got me, which I'm not going to show you more than just the fact that I have it there, but it's kind of there as a reminder of our love and to keep love and Aphrodite close to us at all times. And last but not least is, I don't know if you can kind of see them better if I do this, or maybe, I have a whole bunch of colored shells, and I brought these back with me because I was really feeling the sea when I was out in California visiting my brother, and so I brought back one of almost every color to kind of bring back the sea witch in me, and as well as to kind of offer them to the guardians of the sea, and also to all the other patrons I have and matrons that I have. And then my second favorite thing that I got is this tiny little brass bell to kind of start and end my workings, as well as to cleanse the air. I think I'm going to start, collecting bells, but I just loved it, and I thought it was so cute, and it was an easy thing to put in my pocket to take home, discreetly. No one would second guess anything of it, other than it was totally cute and I wanted it. And funny story about all of these things is I actually got them with my parents when we were out there at metaphysical shops, which I think I've said before, I'm a closet girl, so I would never have thought them to be perfectly accepting and perfectly okay, but they were. So anyway, here's what I have set up, and that's of course my light torch. I don't like any kind of matches that much, but I just thought you guys would like to see, since I finally made this video, and I promised and promised and promised that I would. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you later. Blessed blessings. Love to you all.